guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Good morning, happy Thursday. So today I'm going to be showing you a recent order. So I purchased the latest set of the Distressed Oxide, the latest 12 from the Not Too Shabby shop. And I was super excited. She got them in so quickly after they got announced, and she shipped them very quickly as well. So I was super happy. Now you guys know I've had a love-hate relationship with these Distress Oxides, right? The first set I was like, I bought the second set. I put them in my destash cart, in my destash box like twice, and then I started actually really playing with them. And I have to tell you, I am quite the fan. I am really quite the fan. So I went ahead and picked up this set. I'm actually going to be getting all of them. You know, as they come out, I'm going to go ahead and get them all. I'm also going to be replacing my mini regular Distress inks with full-size Distress inks. I had purchased all the minis, and I'm finding that I'm using my Distress inks so much lately that I'm having to refill them, and I'd just rather have the big ones, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. But let's talk about these. So first of all, in the comments below, let me know, what do you think about the Distress Oxides? What are your feelings on them? How do you like them in comparison to, well, there really isn't, but compared to your other Distress Oxides and the colors, right? The colors are a little bit different when you actually play with them. I really like a few of these colors, So, of course, without saying, my favorite is going to be Mermaid Lagoon. But let me show you which way they're in order here. So this one is the Tattered Rose, and then I'm going to do a close-up and tell you what I did to the paper. So this is Tattered Rose, Shaded Lilac, Blueprint Sketch, Mermaid Lagoon, Evergreen Bough right here, Hickory Smoke. That's a really cool color on paper. That's really cool. The paper I'm using is Bristol, by the way, if you're wondering. So I stamped this out. I rubbed it out on Bristol. These are the colors of the pads, what the pads look like afterwards, so you can kind of get a feeling for that by looking at it. This Aged Mahogany, I knew it would be a fantastic color. It's right here, and it is a fantastic color. Gathered Twigs, I knew would be one of my favorites as well. Forest Moss and Gathered Twigs both have some characters that we're going to talk about in just a second. Bundled Sage, which is just a beautiful color. Carved Pumpkin. It looks like a carved pumpkin. And the Squeezed Lemonade, which is bright and vibrant. Those two colors are fantastic. All right, so now let me tell you what I think about these inks and what I did to this paper. So let's just kind of move these out of the way because I want to be able to... I wanted you to see them in reference to where they are on this piece of paper. So what I did is I went ahead and I used my daubers and I just sponged. First I drew a grid. That's important. I did that to show you that what I have found about these is that they're quite transparent. So can you see the grid lines that I drew? That's in pencil, and that's in light pencil. That's not in pen, that's not in marker, that's just in pencil. And you can see that a lot of these colors are even the darkest ones are quite transparent. You can still see the lines through them. That's a quality that I found I'm really liking. So even though they color completely over the top of each other, you know, you can layer them on top of each other, they're actually really still have quite a bit of transparency to them. I like that. Okay, so the other thing, let's first of all talk about what I did to the paper. So I went ahead and I just put them down in kind of lines, just going all the way down the paper. And then I sprayed just the middle section. So this middle section has had water sprayed on it. So you can see where the water is. So that's what it looks like when you spray it. These two were super cool. I mean, super cool water effects there. Almost looks like the ocean. Super cool. Really pretty effects. This one had super cool. Some of these are just harder to see. Like in this one right here, the Bundled Sage, it's really hard to see the effects on it. The other ones you can see, and on the gray, super hard. It's a very subtle effect. Where some of these were super cool. The Tattered Rose is a super soft, pretty color. I love it, and I really love it paired with the Aged Mahogany. Isn't that super pretty? Really pretty. So in the middle here, I added water. On the very outside edges, can you see the difference between here to here? I think you can on the camera. I added that Distress Glaze. Now, I've been playing with the Distress Glaze a lot because I found that it takes away some of that chalkiness that I'm really not a fan of. So, as you can see right here, I just spread some on with my fingers and it took it up a notch. It brightened the color up a little bit, right? And it made it so that it doesn't quite look as chalky as right in here. Now, I like the chalky, don't get me wrong. Let's turn this one around so you can see it too. See it? It just kind of darkens it up a little bit. So I'm really loving the glaze. I've purchased quite a few of the other Distress products that I'm going to be playing with as well because I'm really getting, there's glitter everywhere. Girls, glitter everywhere. I'm really getting into, well, like I said, I'm really getting into these Distress Oxides now. I really do like them. Also, I need to find out from you guys, one of my Distress Oxides came with a broken lid. It's like cracked on one side. So when I opened it, it was like adhered down. It was like glued down. And so now there's a whole chunk missing out of the side of one of them. Should I keep that in a baggie? Do you think that little hole is going to make it's this one. See? It came broken like that. It was like all attached down. So when I close it, there's that little tiny gap. Do you think I should keep it in a baggie so it doesn't dry out? Or do you think I should just order another one? It's also hard to close. It's a defect of the plastic. It's not a Jamie thing. It's just a defect. So I think I should just order another one, don't you? Okay, enough of that. Okay, so let's talk about the properties. So what I found to be very interesting about these new colors is in the Gathered Twigs, this one, and in, hold on, Forest Moss, these two right here. All right, in the Gathered Twigs, which is right here, and the Forest Moss, you get this, it looks to, when you look at this up close, it looks like there's yellow in between here. This is white cardstock. It's not vanilla cardstock. There is no yellow down here, but look what it did on the paper. You get this gorgeous yellow effect behind there. A little bit over here as well. Super, super cool stuff going on there, guys. Really cool. I love that effect. And I really love the little bit of shine, the little bit of sheen that you get over here when you set your Distress with the glazes as well. So these are super cool colors. I really like these. I haven't compared them to the rest of the colors yet, and I don't have time to do that today. I've only got a few minutes today that I can actually play this morning. But isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. And I love the water effect on these as well. Super cool. I didn't add any of that glaze over the water effect though. I wonder how that would be. I have a little bit on the sponge. Let's just see. Let's just see. Now that I've shown, oh, I wanted to do a close-up. Oh well. I think it's about the same, really. Softens it out, though. Super pretty. I'm really loving the glaze on top of my projects now. All of them. I've been using it on everything lately. I love it. It's super pretty. It does. It softens out the watermarks a little bit. They don't look quite as distinct. So that's another way to use it. Isn't this color beautiful? And look how it blends into this one. So pretty. This one actually kind of blended. This orange set right on top of the yellow. This set right on top of the moss green. It's just really cool what happens with them. Super, super cool. Alright guys, I'll take a close-up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me, what's your favorite colors in the new line? Which ones do you like the best? Mine, I have a few, but of course my first time fit, the Blue Lagoon, of course. I really, really like the aged mahogany quite a bit. Of course, I like the gathered twigs. I really like the tattered rose as well. And the purples are, this is a blue, but it has a lot of purple in it. The purples are quite lovely as well. And the yellow and orange are very vibrant. But I like them all, actually. But my favorite, of course, would be bing, 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 bing. Those. You could use these three together for sure. Yeah, my mind's going 100 miles an hour, as it always does. So those are the colors. Like I said, I colored them out on Bristol smooth cardstock, just because I had a piece of it laying around. That's the only reason I did that. And yeah, so that's what the daubers look like and the colors. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye!